Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that wanna know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him. But no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go.
Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. She loves to laugh, she loves to sing, she does everything. She loves to move, she loves to groove, she loves a lot of things. All night, oh, every night. So hold tight, ooh baby, hold tight. Oh, she said, any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. She said, any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. I was alone, I never knew what good love could do. Ooh, then we touched, then we sang about the loving things. All night, oh, every night. So hold tight, baby, hold tight. Oh, she said, any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Oh, I said, any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. She said,
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that wanna know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him. But no, he he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% beer, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would have thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard he f***ing with that stock.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
And he's spitting fire and Mike got him out the dryer. He's hot, found him in Fort Minor.
Nobody likes that. They're not awake yet, Austin. Hi, Kirk.
Morning.
How are we today?
Just fine.
Good. Let a couple more. Hi, Philip. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Apparently, nobody wants to learn how to keep $10,000 in their pocket.
Oh,
Just you.
I do. I'm not even an agent.
Just
How can I do it?
you four. Oh, here comes someone. Mark, you want to keep 10,000 in your pocket? I do too. First, I'd like it.
wait, you're not giving out $10,000 in this meeting?
I'm not. I could, like
Clickbaity. It's
Monopoly money. I have lots of board game money that I could share. So we could do that. Let's see, what else could I give away? Look, I'm looking at my room. What do I got? What do I got? Okay, I don't know who stores iPhone.
So I'm assuming someone just at the Apple store and just like, it's like, oh shoot, I gotta get on the call. Gotta get on
They want
Tanya's
10,000.
class. So they're just at the Apple store, just with the phone.
I just like to know who's on the call. That's all, just so I can talk to people and know who.
Tanya,
Yes.
hi, I think it's Julie. I don't know why mine shows up all the time
Oh,
as stores
Julie.
I got
iPhone.
you.
Julie
Yeah.
stores iPhone. Okay, Austin, mark that down. Julie,
No, here, I just changed it.
you're on your phone.
Oh,
There you
thank you.
go. Austin changed it for you. Now, it
Perfect. I
won't-
just need a professional.
It's just for this time, though. It won't stay that way.
Okay. Okay.
All
Thanks.
right, we got Stacy. I think we'll wait just a couple minutes. So while we're waiting for people, there she is. Austin's hounding me like he always does. What classes do you want to have, Tanya? What classes do you want to have? So what classes do you guys want to have? Like, what do you want to learn? What do you want to know in command? How to do your business. Kirk.
I don't know what I don't know, so I don't know what to ask. So
Oh, Stacy, you're going to learn it all. Don't worry. He's still thinking. Okay, I thought you were leaning forward to tell me, like, I got something for you, Tanya.
No, I was just turning on my,
Oh, gotcha. No problem. No problem. Well, think about it. If there's something that, like, even if you don't know if command can do it, if there's something that you really need some help with, in regards to your business, then let me know and I can probably show you how you can do it inside of command. I wouldn't doubt it if I couldn't. So coming, yes.
hey Tanya, I don't know how many are on here. I know I'm just sort of just catching up, but in tracking your business through command, how you move your clients through, I'm not sure. It really helps. I know that when I'm starting to get used to as soon as I bring them in, are they in this stage or this stage or this stage? And it's allowing me to get a better grip of my business and where it's at. And I don't know how many of the other ones recognize how in depth that is. It's not just putting them in there. It is, you actually move them through stages, and it really allows you,
Yeah,
you can look at that every morning and you can say, okay, this is the people, here's who I need to talk to, and it keeps you on track.
yes.
I don't know how many of them understand the depth of that, because it's really pretty deep.
It can be, yeah. Command can be overwhelming if I sat down, and actually I think one of my classes on the 27th is going to be just kind of basically a really big overview of command and how you can do business inside of it. Like how it ties all of it together. And so because we hit it in pieces, little pieces, little pieces, little pieces. But if you sat back and you looked at the whole thing and went, how every single app inside a command is interconnected and how every single bit of it can help you. But at the same time, I would tell you, don't let it freak you out, because it is overwhelming. Is take one little piece at a time that you can do and implement as you go. And when you've got that down and you know what you're doing in that, then move on to the next one, right? And some of it, I mean, you're all gonna have to have opportunities in there, because you have to have an opportunity to get your paycheck. So, and you should have your opportunity in there anyways to track your transaction. So I think that one's gonna be coming. Does that sound like a great class for you guys? Okay. And then the 20th, is that next week? Holy moly. Since we're doing the 300 club for your database, right? Your contacts is your database. I'm going to cover building your sphere inside of commands, basically why a database is important, how to work your sphere, tagging them, and scripts to use. So that'll be next week. It'll be a great class. And then I'm on the fence on the 3rd. We're still doing the campaigns where you guys get reimbursed. I don't know if anybody's turned any in yet to Heather. So I was thinking maybe we'll do an Instagram campaign, or maybe I might have time between now and then to dig in a little deeper with Google AdWords. And I mean, I've helped Bob do an ad, but then you've got like the Google AdWords that you can add in your settings and the Facebook pixels. And to be honest, maybe Austin, you'll be the one to research it for me, because you're more techie than I am. And it's like when I have a conversation with my husband, because he works at Intel and he's an engineer, I'm like, okay, hold on, man, bedtime story, you know. So it's too analytical, too much stuff for me. I want a little pretty in there. Okay, but today's class, you guys, is gonna be smart plans. Nancy, Bob, you guys hopped on. Tracy, you hopped on a little bit later. I was asking everybody, is there a certain class that you'd like to have? Something you'd like to learn about? Or are you good with what I've been doing?
Let me think about it, and I'll
Yeah, anytime. Austin hounds me like every week. What are you doing? What do you want? What do you, I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so hands up. How many people have created a smart plan? Created.
Had one created for you?
Created a smart
Had
plan.
one created for you?
Well, okay, Kirk, that's cheating. Morgan's not on here, so. But smart, to use someone to help do something he doesn't like to do. So, Mark, you've created your own?
Right. We have one that we copied over for another, and I started to adapt. I just have yet to implement it.
That's awesome. Get it implemented. Anyone else create their own smart plan yet? Bob? Awesome. What kind?
I do a real basic one whenever I'm trying to send out an email to my entire database, like my monthly emails that typically go out to everyone. I just do that with a very basic one-step smart plan. I like the way I can stagger the emails out over a number of days, and I just find it to be just a very quick way to do it.
Awesome. 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 Anyone else? Well, that's okay, because today I'm going to show you how. Yay. You guys attend my classes like a lot. So I'm going to put it out there. You know, I like to call people out just because I can. I would love to see all of you on the team meeting on the 26th. Is that Tuesday, the 26th? When we're going to share the smart plans that we use and that we like, whether we created them or we downloaded them. So one of y'all can get that $300 to Five Spice, right? So take this class, and I know you won't create one completely in this class because we're not going to go word for word what we're going to say, but take one, do it, and have it done by the end of the week, and put some people on it and see how it works. People that you haven't talked to for a while, right? All right, let's go in. Let me find it on my computer here. Oh, I gotta go find it first on the computer. Where are we at? There we are. Okay. Share screen. There we go. Okay, can everybody see my commands? Awesome. And I wanted to, I want to get everybody on my screen here. So I'm going to move you guys over here. Awesome. Smart plans are the paper with the gear on it. If you don't know, you move your mouse over it, it tells you what it is, or you hit the red box at the top and you find smart plans. So anyway you get in there, that's how you do it. One of the first things that I want to go over and show you is the rules to smart plans, right? So I'm just going to go into and edit one of my existing ones that I've downloaded. And if you don't see any smart plans there on that first, that means you haven't downloaded any. And we need to do, you need to go in and activate. So if you are inside of a smart plan, whether it's creating a smart plan or editing an existing smart plan, over here on the action, this whole section right here is you're working the actual smart plan. This is where you add, you just click on it and it throws it automatically down to the bottom. But we want to look at the tips and the rules for smart plans. So how to plan smarter, creating a task. You can do 7 tasks a day per smart plan, but delays have to be added to include more. But then there's also, you can't do 2 texts in one day. That requires a 1-day delay between texts. So I can't send a text in the morning and send one out in the afternoon. You have to do 1 a day, right? But you could do a text, an email, and phone call for you, a task for you to do a phone call all in one day, and then do a delay and then do follow-up. And you can send out, what was the other one that they had in there? I don't remember, back to actions. You can create a task for yourself, you can make a call, you can send an email, you can send a text message. All of those can be done in one day, but not an email, 2 emails in the same day, or 2 text messages in the same day. So the delay cannot be less than 1 day in duration. It requires at least 1 action between delays. So you can't come in and do, send a text, do a 10-day delay, do a 10-day delay, and send another text. It won't allow the 2 delays together. So between delays, you have to have an action item. Even if, so let's say you don't want to send anything, you don't want to make a phone call, but you wanted to put in a longer, I don't remember what the delay. Let's go down to the bottom of this. I don't want to screw it up. Here's a delay, 30-day delay. So maybe you actually wanted to create a smart plan that had a 60-day delay, which you shouldn't wait that long to talk to someone, just so you know. But you could do the task that sends a text. You could do a 30-day delay. You can create a task for yourself that says, waiting another 30 days so you don't have to do anything, right? And then set another delay. And then now you've got, or if you wanted a 45-day delay between things, right? So you could do a 30. The task would be for you just to know that we're waiting 15 more days, and then you can do another delay for 15 days because you have something in the middle. even though you're not going to do anything on it. Does that make sense to everybody? And then you can put the next task that you're doing. So if there's a certain way you want to send something out at so many days, you can create it by doing that, by creating a task item for yourself that you're going to ignore. You can put ignore right in it, and then that's all the task is. So then you just, when it comes up on your duties, your task duties, you just check it off because you're ignoring it. Okay, so then that's the delays. Smart Plan cannot exceed 90 days. So there are 2 smart plans right now that are inside of Command that KW offered out that are annual. And you're like, but we can't do longer than 90 days. Well, they're date driven, okay? So the birthday smart plan, if you have a birth date in the contact, that smart plan from KW will automatically start whenever it's triggered by the birthday. And same thing with the home anniversary. So and you can't edit, I don't think you can edit those at all. We'll go in and double check it, but, and you can't, if you copy it, I believe I found somewhere, if you copy it and you try to edit it, I think it kills that date, or, you can't change it. So you're gonna have to find another way to trigger some kind of notification to you to hit those. Does that make sense? But I think we can go in and look at them, but I believe the birthday is like a notification where you give them a call a few days beforehand, and same thing with anniversary. Or send them a mailer out. Then adding to the smart plan, allowed once a day per smart plan. Delays must be added between the steps, and you cannot add more than one version to a CAN smart plan. So at the end of the smart plan, you can say, I'm going to add to another smart plan. Okay, that would be an action item here, add to a smart plan. So Kirk, we've talked about that, I believe, or Bob and I talked about it, where if you had a smart plan that you want to go longer than 90 days and you want to have it just keep touching people, you would do multiple smart plans to get your, if you wanted a full year, then you would do a 90-day smart plan. And then at the end of that smart plan, you would, and whatever the name of it is, would be like number 1, smart plan 1. And then the next one would be add them to smart plan 2, and then add them to smart plan 3, whatever gets you out your full year that you want to do. Does that make sense to everybody? So if you had one you wanted to continue for a whole year, you could do that. And then it's all based on what kind of smart plan you want to do, right? And there's tons already in here. Take advantage of them. And then due cannot exceed in 14 days. So if it's due, where's that one at? Do we know that one? I don't even know if I know that one. Maybe that's in the trigger. Trigger. All right, we'll come back to that one. Trigger event. Okay. Does anyone else know what due in, where that comes from? No? I'll have to look it up. Because I don't see anything anywhere that says due. Oh, here. Cannot exceed 14 days, but here it says 30 days. So maybe they haven't changed the rules. Huh. All right, I'm gonna, what was that, 2 days? Shouldn't have changed it. All right, restart flow. So if you're going to have this one smart plan that you've created or that you're using to just keep repeating or repeat so many times, that would be the restart flow. So available for smart plans that have at least 14 days on it, and it has to be added at the very last thing. So instead of adding to a smart plan, you would restart it and it would go back up to the top, and now that all those activities would happen. So touches touches are an email and a text. And I don't know if the phone calls are added into that or not, but 7, you cannot exceed 7 within 7 days, and 12 within 30 days, and 15 total in one smart plan. So let's come back to this. And I wish they would mark which ones were touches. I'm going to guess it's the email and the SMS. Remember, you don't want to overload people with contact, right? With emails and text messages. The only time you ever want to do that is if you're actually showing people. And then they want to hear from you as much as possible, that you've got listings and you're going to show them, right? That kind of stuff. That they want to hear from you almost every single day. Otherwise, they feel like you're not working for them. But if you're just trying to keep in touch with your database and work your business and make sure that no one's dropping through the crack, AKA losing your money, right? Which happens all the time. If you're not constantly keeping in touch with them, you're going to lose business. Smart plans is how you don't lose your business and how you stay in touch without actually physically having to make sure that you're calling all 300 people in your database every single day, or texting them or calling them, because this can be automated to where you don't have to do anything but the calls that you should be doing. Everyone should have every single one of your contacts. I'm going to pop open this one here real quick. On a quarterly call plan, every single contact should be called at least 4 times a year. And every single contact should be on the midterm nurture, which is twice a year. Okay, you can look at the steps. You're going to add them to the smart plan. You're going to set a delay. You're going to make a phone call. You're going to set a delay, and then you're going to send a text. And then it's going to repeat 2 more times. So those are just ways to staying in touch with your database. And then the next one that I would highly recommend that every single person is set up on that's inside of your database would be the monthly neighborhood nurture. Now, you don't want to just throw people on that without having a conversation with them about it. You can have a phone call conversation about what it looks like, it's just an email that they can play with. They can see what the market's like in where their home is, or they can look at what the market is like in other areas. Kirk, Bob, you guys both had tremendous results from having the monthly neighborhood nurture. Your people seem to really like it. And the monthly is just for a consistent touch, right? Like once a month. They're just in my database. They're not looking to buy or sell. Like, I know that they're not going to be a client in the next year, at least at this time. I know that they're not going to be a client in the next year. As soon as you know someone says, I want to list my home this year, or I want to buy a house, you switch that sucker, you turn that one off, and you put them on the bi-weekly instead. So they're getting your information more, right? More often, so that your face is in their face.
Tanya, just a heads up on that. I've got 2 listing appointments this week off the monthly nurture.
Did you hear that, everybody? They work. People like it because it allows them just to go look, and you're just a little reminder, hey, you can go look at houses here, right? You can see what your price of your home is averaging, and they just really like it. And if you're not sure what it looks like, let's go look at one really quick. That one's automated. We don't do anything to it. We don't create anything. It's a standard email that comes out. The email is very simple. I'm going to go show you where they go once they click on it. And as you can see, I've got multiple neighborhoods for this person. Click on this little preview button down here on your little map. It's in the neighborhood section. They have to have an address Or if your contact has an address, it'll automatically find their neighborhood. And then if you don't have their address, then you can click on the map, or if you know what the neighborhood is, you can just add the neighborhood. But you can click on the map and you can add as many neighborhoods as you want for these people. So if you got people who are buying and they only want certain pockets or whatever, you can go hit all of those for them. So when they click on that email that they get from you, it takes them to a site that looks like it's your site, right? It's got your logos up here if you have logos. And then it goes by the neighborhoods. So let's find one that has some properties for sale. No, listings are very minimal. Obviously in Hillsborough, they're down a little bit, right? Okay, so here's one that has one house. They can click up here on neighborhood stat. Well, the first we can scroll down and they can sign up. They can get information. They can click on neighborhood stats. And now it talks about homes that are pending. Wires. Oh, it switched. Did it switch on me? It switched on me. Maybe. Okay, so here's one that has one pending. I really need to find a neighborhood that has a lot more houses. Here we go. 2 homes for sale and 4 pending. Why they're not showing up on the map, I have no idea. They can come down here and they can see how many days on market, the average home price per square foot, sold stats. And then they can look at how long it takes to get to work from that home. They can see the schools. Yelp is tied in, so they can see how far the restaurants and stuff are. If they can pick what they want. Maybe I want to know how far the grocery store is from that neighborhood. So then they can, you can't zoom in and out, sorry. They can move it around though, right? Try to find it, but, or they can just go Google map it. And then here's the homes that are for sale in other nearby neighborhoods. And then they can just click through all of them. They can add a neighborhood if they want to, and then they can come back to the home button and it'll bring them back to, is it Hidden Creek? Oh, Ballatown. Is that the one that had a lot? There's 3. So it's kind of nice, right? And then if they go in and they're like, wow, that's all I'm going to say. Okay. They can come here and they can schedule. No, they can't. Why can't they schedule? Oh, I know why I can't schedule a tour. It's because I'm previewing from my command, right? But if I was in my email and I actually clicked on the email that I get, the monthly thing, I could schedule a tour and I could ask a question and I could heart it and I could hide it if I don't like it. Okay. So having that conversation with your clients, how great it is if they can go in, and if it will require them to sign up if they go to click any of these things here. And then that brings them, that connects them inside of Command if they use the right email address. If they don't use the email address that you have for them inside of Command, it will duplicate and create a new contact for you. All right. So the email is the trigger on everything with your contacts. So anyways, that's how it looks. And this is just like it looks on the website, right? If they want to search for more homes that are outside of their area, let them know that they can just go to your website and search from there, right? Or have them connect to the app and they can do more search from that place. And I think if they do this, it will require them to sign up. Then they use that login to log into the website. Got it? Any questions? Awesome. Okay. So that's the neighborhood snapshots. Well, how many agents would tell, I'm sorry, I'm totally swirling here. How many agents would suggest that these people repaint their house before they put it on the market?
I would definitely ask if they've considered it.
I wonder what the inside looks like. Like,
Or
oh
you
my
might
gosh,
ask-
look at the red on the side.
Or you might ask them how much of a discount they want to take.
Sorry, I have to look and see if the inside's just as crazy as the outside. Thankfully, it's not. It looks like their agent told them to mute it down in there and stage it, right? Because it's all the same color. Who wants to bet that they repainted inside? There's no way the outside could look like that with the inside not being that way. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Total squirrel there. But that was fun, right? Okay. Now here's another added bonus. When they click on your email, oh, it's been a while since I've done it. Oh, looks like I need to change up my smart plan. I've been hearing that. So when they click on the email that they get, it actually pops up that they have they viewed it. Here's the monthly neighborhood email, and it clicks that they've opened the landing page, because it is a landing page, not your website, right? So you will get a trigger inside their timeline. It won't be a notification, but you will see that that they've opened it. So you know that they're engaged in your monthly neighborhood nurtures. Got it? Back to smart plans. So first thing you need to do with a smart plan is activate and make sure that you've got them going. And so if yours is empty here, I think it says something about starting smart plans, right? Or go to the library. Does anybody have an empty one? No? Yay, everybody's done a smart plan. All right, libraries. The library has your top rated. Oh my gosh, look how many there are now. Top rated 2,493 smart plans. You guys, you can create a smart plan and you can share it with everybody inside of KW and get them to start voting on it. If you think it's fantastic, share it, post on one of the groups, right? Command Your Conversion or KW Command, and say, hey, I just did this smart plan. You can find it by the title, my name, and give it to them and say, please go test it and vote it. You can create a smart plan, and if you want to share it with someone else in the office, you have to upload it to the library, and then you can tell someone, hey, go download it. And then if you want, you can take it back down. All right. So if it's a one-time thing, and this is really big if you're on Teams. I don't have anybody on Teams here, but if you wanted to share smart plans with your teammates or another agent that you're working together with, that's one way to share the smart plan, so you're both sending the same thing. So that's something to do. Who has time to flip through each one of these little dots to keep going and going and going for 2,493 smart plans? Nobody. If you want to see what's fresh and new, that's going to be down here. No one's used it yet. A lot of these might be like I just suggested, right? Someone uploaded it so they could share it, and whether they're taking it down or not taking it down, or it's a new one they want people to try. So what I would suggest is come up and search for the smart plan that you want. There is the filter button. So if you're looking for a specific time frame, or an author, you can do that here. And if you want certain touches, or how many agents are using it and what the rating is, you can do that here. Okay. We're going to come back to that one in a minute. The other thing you can do is you can search for the smart plan by a name. So let's say I wanted to make sure, I was trying to find a smart plan that would reach my listings, right? So then I would search under the smart plan name. I would also search under the description with the word listing to see how many smart plans are there, that then I can go through those and see what I want. So if I wanted to have some kind of a touch with my listings, and I'm guarantee you they're there. If you know someone specific that has done a smart plan, go by the author name. I always highly recommend go find Nick Baldwin's, because he has just really laid back, casual, but they work. And we know, because he was a regional tech trainer, that he's done it a lot and he has teams. So Let's just kind of look at listing and then see what comes up. So I've got 29 that have to do with the listing in the name. So we can see that we've got a Facebook listing lead smart plan. So they've done a Facebook ad that's trying to get listings, and now they have a follow-up for it. Marty Miller is another one. If you see his name, this person, this agent or tech trainer, grabbed Marty Miller's and edited it to his needs and then reshared it. So you've got all different kinds, right? Facebook, you've got how to get 31 listing appointments scheduled. Oh, this one looks like it was created before the holidays. Yep, October 5th. Facebook lead follow-up, listing inquiry, new listing steps. Looks like it's for a team. Listing under contract. That might be a good one. So you can view the steps. Oh, that one's kind of boring. I don't know why you'd have that as a smart plan, but there you go. And advertise a listing landing page for 8 days. I mean, just go through and look, right? So we had 29 that popped up in regards to a listing and the smart plan name. So now I'm going to change it to description. And now I have 42. So somewhere in the description, it talks about a listing, but that might not be the name of it, right? Like this, seller reconnect, seller database. So general reconnect with your database, old leads, that's probably SOI, not COI. Great simple script to reconnect with people not communicated for a while or that you've neglected, right? So then you can view the steps, and you can see when you hover over the text, it'll show you what the words are, what they're saying. And remember, these can be edited. So if it's a general base, you like the layout, but you want to change the words a little bit, grab it, add it to your smart plan library, and then you can go in and edit all the words. And then it has a simple email that can go out. I would highly, highly, highly suggest that you change that to the HTML emails instead of the simple emails. But you know, that's your call on what you want to do. But come in, find some that you really like and that you want to do. Now, look at that, post seller closing. That's probably a really good one to get a testimonial, right? We all want people to say how fantastic we are. This one under Zillow and Google, and then so she added the links in there on how to get to Google and Zillow, because that's where everybody wants it. You're not going to get people to do multiple testimonials. You usually get one, right? And we have our testimonial pages on our websites, but I think the best thing to do is send it out to Google for a review, or send it, if you have a Google business page, or send it out to Zillow for a review, because we know everybody goes to Zillow, right? Then when you get it, you go and you copy it and you paste it and you enter it into your form on your website to add it to your website. Okay. So you do the hard work for your clients. But does anyone have any questions about how to search for, how to find the right smart plan? Does anyone have any questions about smart plans at all? I still got more, but.
I was just trying to edit the name of some of the ones that I had pulled over. They came, like, for example, mine came over to my birthday, and it won't let me edit the name.
No, if it was a KW one, which I think that one is, right?
Probably, yes.
So let's go to the birthday and the anniversary are the two that I think they've blocked, that you can't do anything. And the reason is because the way they set it up for that 1 year.
Okay.
So when you have these, let's go over to my smart plans. It's going to be at the very bottom. 1 year home anniversary. So let's go into edit that one. So they have the home anniversary, delay, and add to a
If-
smart
If
plan.
if you scroll up to the top, there's right there, smart plan name. Yeah, it's grayed out. I can't edit it. So I just,
Maybe this could be one I made a copy of. Who knows, in all my classes that I do, right? And playing around. But no, you're not supposed to, and it's a design.
okay.
I believe you're not supposed to be able to edit these from what I've heard because of that trigger with the dates. This one and the birthday one. I really should clean up mine so that I can start fresh. Here's my birthday. My birthday, you've tried to do that one?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, so do in one day, a birthday card, handwritten note,
Yeah, there's 6 steps to it with the pauses.
4-day delay, birthday call. They have you call before the birthday because everybody calls on the day of, right? And the social post, I believe, is a couple days before the birthday too. Maybe not. And then a text message from you actually telling them happy birthday. I'll have to go research again to double check, but I think I saw that recently in Command. I search in Facebook, you guys, in the groups, KW Command, KW Help and Technology, and Command Your Conversion. If you have a question about anything like this, that's where I mindlessly scroll at 5 o'clock in the morning when I'm having my coffee, so something doesn't always completely stick. But I see it and I remember seeing it. I'll look in a little bit further, maybe go back and read it later if I have time, and or if I'm really worried about something. But I know I saw that these two are date driven by the dates in the thing, and they're not editable, like this right here. And once it's active, editing is limited, and you can't add a step, you can't delete a step, and you can't change the order of the steps. You can name the smart plan, so you can change the name. You can add a text message, or not add, you can edit a text message, and you can edit task descriptions, and you can add or remove triggers. So triggers, I'm not going to do it in the birthday one because I don't want to mess with it. Let's just go to this buyer education. Triggers are tags. So anybody that's already in your database, if you add a trigger, it is not going to go put them on the smart plan. But if you add a new contact to Command after you set up your triggers and you add that tag to that person, now it's going to automatically add them to the smart plan. This saves you guys so many steps and so many times of having to go find the people and add them to a smart plan, right? Or remember which smart plan it is that you want to put them on. You have time to sit down and go, okay, how am I going to map out my touches to my clients? And then now every time I add them in, they're going to get added to this smart plan, right? So contacts are the trigger, the category. The trigger event is a contact tag, and then you can search for tags that you already have, or you can add one, right? So I can come in and I can just start typing one that I don't have. Well, I already have that one in there. So is it B and E? Right, B. And then if it's not there, I hit enter, and then I would get a new one, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe not in here. Maybe you have to do that over any other thing. So work on your tag somewhere else. And then you would choose the trigger that you want. And now everybody that I add in, that I add to that, is now going to get added to the smart plan as soon as I put that tag on them. Does that make sense? Awesome. Okay. Editing the smart plan. When you download from the library, if you've already downloaded it, it won't let you do it again. Okay. So if I take a quarterly call and I brought it into my library and I changed tasks, I don't know if I changed the name. Maybe it's the name. So maybe if I just changed it to quarterly. Nope. So if you're going to take a smart plan that you're going to want to copy multiple times and edit in different ways, I would bring it in as the smart plan. So let's go find the quarterly call. Quarterly, I don't even know where it is. Okay, I'll just grab one. Let's just grab Facebook follow-up. That's a good one. I'm going to duplicate it, copy it, make a second one, and be like, change the name, right? Get rid of copy, do Facebook follow-up, and if it's a certain neighborhood, right, LO. So that I know that this one is for any Facebook ads I do that are in LO. I'm going to sign them up for this one. Okay, and then I would apply it. So now I have two. I have my Facebook follow-up, the original one that I downloaded from the library, and then I have my LO one. And maybe I put the LO first, right? Or however you want to track it. And then now I'll go into that one and I'll edit that one. So I always have my original. I like this one right here, the Thanksgiving. I tagged that one that I downloaded as the original instead. So I know that I want to re-edit that one multiple times to change it up by neighborhoods. If I'm doing something that's specific to Facebook ads or Google ads or whatever you're doing, right? I mean, it could be anything, but Facebook's a great example because I might want to fine tune it a little bit and say, hey, thank you for clicking on my listing my listing ad in Lake Oswego, right? Maybe not the neighborhood. I want to brand it out a little bit further, right? I really appreciate it. And then it goes all about that. Are you looking for in other areas, right? So then I know I have a Facebook ad every time I do an ad, or a Facebook Smart Plan follow-up for every time I do an ad in Lake Oswego, I'm going to set them up on this. And then if I have one in West Lynn, I can do the same thing there, so that all the verbiage inside of that Smart Plan will pertain directly to Lake Oswego and West Lynn versus just thank you for clicking on my Facebook ad, right? We want to kind of bring it in a little bit and tie into more of a personal, so it's not just like a generalized, right? Does everyone get that? Okay, does anyone have any more questions about Smart Plans? Have I confused you? Have you got the fact of why we use the Smart Plans and how it pertains to your money? I'm going to stop share here real quick. So Smart Plans are for you to touch your database as much as possible without you physically having to do it, right? If you spend all your time texting, calling, which we have to call anyways, emailing, sitting there and writing out an email and sending it, writing out an email and sending it, right? Doing a text message and sending it. Smart Plans help leverage that and allow you to do it, or allows it to do it for you. You can use Twilio if you want to for the automatic text messages. If you do not have Twilio, then what happens is it shows up as a task for you in your to-dos. And your tasks are always up on your first page, your homepage of your command, right? So, and it will show you what your verbiage is so that you know what you need to send. If you get to where you have enough database where you can't sit there and send a text out every single time. Now, Austin found an amazing way to do that instead, because his phone's connected to his computer. So he could just copy and paste through the computer and send the text message.
And actually, I want to show that real quick.
Show them, Austin.
I
have Twilio, so I don't have to worry about it.
Let's, so if I go here, and I'm just going to share, let's see, this screen. So if I, if you have, I think, if I have a Windows PC, and I would assume it works with iPhone. I know for a fact that it works with Android, but it's called Your Phone. It looks like this down here. You can find it in like the Microsoft Store, just that's built into the Windows 10 platform. When you download it and you connect, I think you send a text message to your phone, it'll link it wirelessly. And then when you pull it up, it shows you everything you have. So I can see all my messages. I can see, you know, the automated messages here. I can actually even, when I have a smart plan, I can go into my smart plans, copy, paste, and then that'll allow me to not have to worry about, you know, using my fingers or going into, you know, a mobile version of it. I can just grab it from the browser, copy it, and then paste it in with my computer, and then it will send just like a text message if I need to. So if that's something you want to do instead of, you know, if you want to do an individual one outside of Twilio, that's something you can do as well. So
yeah, I believe Mac users, you guys, I see you guys, it pops up on your phone call comes in, it pops up, and you can do everything on in your Mac. Does anyone here Mac?
yeah, Mac's really easy. I know that.
You can do calls and stuff from your phone, right? Send text.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so see, you could do that. You could just copy and paste. And then when you get too many contacts and you can't handle it anymore, use Twilio. If you use Twilio, it has an automated, it has to, because of the law and everything that's going on right now in our world, it automatically says, you know, just like we all get it, if it's from someone else, you know, auto reply stop, right? You can choose not to receive this anymore. There's a way around it, and there is a smart plan out there that talks to people about having a Twilio number, letting your people know that this is my business number, this is my business cell, you will receive text messages from it. That can help alleviate that, right? Have them add it to your contact so they know if that comes in, that is you, right? Not some stranger that they have no idea, and their instant reaction is stop. They'll still get that, and just let them know that it's your business cell phone that you utilize through your computer so that it automatically will send those out. But if they add you as a contact, they'll know it's coming from you. Right? Simple. It's just like the do not call registry. So, oh, and that is part of it too. Oh gosh, what did I hear it? The do not call registry aspect of it is your email. It's coming into command. If their phone number is added to the do not call registry, it's going to check that first before it goes. Okay, so that we're not soliciting people that we shouldn't be soliciting. So if you're doing mass stuff and it's not people that you have permission, that'll come across.
And I had to leave.
We'll get more details on that as it comes.
Did you mention about the the Twilio change that you were mentioning yesterday with Bradley, where it was going to be that new feature?
Yeah, so coming down the pipeline, they're getting testers right now from the Market Center Tech Trainers, and I've requested to be one of them. That forwarding is going to come into play. So as you know, the Twilio, you have to choose a number. You can find numbers that are local. When I did it and I got my number, my options were very limited. I picked a Cannon Beach number because I'd like to have a place there. But it's still Oregon, it's a 503, so I felt that was safe, right? But I helped someone the other day and Tiger came up. So, and every time they clicked out and came back in, it was Cameron. The list changed. So you see a number you like, grab it, because it took us a few more times to get back to find that number that he actually liked, because he was trying to see if we can find somewhere closer, or you know, like Oswego or something. So it changes all the time what numbers are available in what cities. So just try that, and you can try 503, you can try 971. I know the 54, is it 544? That's Salem or down that way. That came up. So Eugene, I don't know.
541.
I'm not familiar with Oregon numbers.
541 in like southern and central, right? And 971 and 503 up here.
Yeah. So yeah, so having that call forwarding, it'll be great, right? Because then you can go in and you can just have it forward directly to your cell phone, and then when you text back, it'll go back through, or a Google phone if you have a Google phone instead, or you know, whatever wherever you want it to go. Teams are the Google phone makes sense. So if they have, because they do lead generation, right? And so they have one phone number that that gets all those text messages, but that can change by who's on duty for it, right? So then that's where that'll come into play. So if any of you want to have a big, huge team, that'll be available for you in the future.
Can I show something real quick as well? Just one last thing, kind of maybe
Yeah.
to end it. So we talked about it at the beginning, and it just took a second for me, and then I didn't want to interrupt during the class. But I wish I got it done in time. I was like within seconds of being done, and then it just lost it. So we're talking about putting in a request for if there's like a topic for a class or a meeting.
Yeah.
And so on the website now, as of right now, you can actually go into the homepage and go down to the very bottom on the homepage. And then right here in this contact us section, you just put your name, your email. I don't know why Melanie's showing up. For some reason, I can't get rid of it. She used to have this computer. But you can just, right here, it says, provide us with feedback or give us ideas of what you want to learn more about for our team, for our meetings and classes. We'd love to hear from you about anything. So you can actually just go in here. If you want to reach out this way, and that's just better for you, you can go into the website and just put in like, hey, I'd like to learn more about this in Command, or I'd like to have a topic, a CE credit class, like is there a certain topic there, or for our Premier Weekly classes, is there, something you want to learn more about? We can, if we know that thing that if we know what agents want, then we can, reach out to
serve you.
Or, title companies, whatever, to get those classes set up. So go into here and it'll be very easy for you to just do that. And it'll go straight to me. So
Yay, straight to Austin.
Yep.
Okay. Did anybody find today's class helpful? Yes. Do you understand how you're saving $10,000? Yes. Like seriously? Because you guys, when you get busy and you have 2-3 buyers searching at the same time and maybe a listing, which hopefully we're all going to get there, right? If you're not there already, and you're working all those at the same time, what happens? You get so busy, you forget to make those phone calls for the people that say that they might be looking in 2 months, right? You forget about the mites and your focus goes on everything that's actually happening right now. So by putting people on those smart plans, they're not going to get forgotten. They're not going to get missed because one, either it's going to give you a task and you need to spend your time doing lead generation in the morning. And lead generation is focusing on your business, right? Taking care of all those little to-dos that you've got to do every single day, whether it's in the morning or in the evening, whatever makes sense for you in the middle of the day. If that's your time frame that you can sit down and you can focus and you can burn through your tasks, that's what you need to do. And the smart plans are going to put those there for you. So you don't have to remember, what am I doing? What do I got? Where's that sheet of paper? Oh crap, I left my notebook at the office or at my house, or right? It avoids all of that. Smart plans leverage your business and your time, make you more effective, make you stay in communication with your clients, and they all think that they're the only one that you have. And they're not. So use the smart plans to make sure that everybody feels like they're the only one that you have, right? Yay. Everyone is going to be successful this year. We're going to have a fantastic year. And I can't wait to see the smart plans that every single one of you are implementing in 2 weeks. All right. Okay. I'll see you guys next week. Have a fantastic week and weekend. And you're always going to reach out if you need me.